To exist as a prey animal is to live inside a countdown. Every second matters. Every shadow matters. Every sound, every movement, every shift in the wind could be the beginning of the end. On a misty forest floor at dawn, a woodcock stands almost invisible among dead leaves. Its body blends into the earth. Its long beak probes deep into the mud, searching for worms. Those. It looks vulnerable, head down, focused on food, completely exposed. But that is what the predator wants you to think. High above, a hawk slips through the pale morning sky. Its wings barely move. Its body becomes a shadow detaching from the canopy. It approaches from behind, from the place we would call the blind spot. In the human world, behind your back means unseen. In the wild, that assumption can get you killed. The woodcock does not turn around. It does not lift its head. It continues feeding as if nothing is happening. But its eyes are not built like ours. They sit high and far back on the skull, positioned like living surveillance cameras. The bird is watching the mud and the sky, and the predator behind it, all at once. Just as the hawk drops toward the leaves, the woodcock explodes into the air in a zigzag flight. The talons strike empty ground. The countdown resets. Success in the wild is not always about being faster than the bullet. Sometimes, it is about knowing exactly when the trigger is pulled. So how do you watch your back when you do not even have a neck to turn? The answer is biological geometry. Predators and prey have chosen different visual strategies. A predator, like a hawk, owl, or eagle, usually has forward-facing eyes. This creates binocular vision, where the field of view from both eyes overlaps. That overlap gives depth perception. It allows the hunter to judge distance, speed, and timing with surgical precision. This is the sniper's advantage. But prey birds follow another strategy. Their eyes are often positioned on the sides of the head, sometimes high and far back. Instead of focusing deeply on one target, they scan the widest possible area. Their eyes become divergent sensors, pointing toward different parts of the world. This is binocular vision, the wide area scan. A strategic compromise. You lose some depth, but you gain awareness. You become difficult to surprise. You are no longer just looking forward. You are monitoring the entire horizon. The American woodcock is one of the great examples of this design. Its eyes are set so far back and high on the head that it can see nearly all the way around itself. A pigeon can see about 340 degrees. A woodcock can approach almost a full panoramic view. That means it can see the ground in front of it, the sky above it, and much of the space behind it without turning its head. To the woodcock, behind is not invisible. It is just another coordinate on the map. Imagine living inside a continuous ribbon of vision. A world where the horizon wraps around you. Where the cat behind the fence, the hawk in the sky, the worm in the mud, and the movement of leaves at your side all exist inside the same stream of information. For prey, this is survival. The environment is not scenery. It is data. But this panoramic awareness comes with a cost: depth. When your eyes face forward, like ours, both eyes look at the same object from slightly different angles. The brain compares those two images and builds a three-dimensional model. That is why we can judge how far away something is. But when the eyes are on the sides of the head, the overlap is smaller. Each eye sees a different world. The bird may detect a threat instantly, but judging exact distance becomes harder. It can see the hawk, but how far away is it? 10 meters. 50. 100. That uncertainty is dangerous. So prey birds have developed a solution through movement. This is one reason pigeons bob their heads when they walk. It is not a silly habit. It is a visual calculation. As the head moves, nearby objects shift quickly across the field of view, while distant objects shift more slowly. This effect is called motion parallax. By comparing those shifts, the bird's brain creates a sense of depth. Each head bob is a data refresh. Each step builds the world again. The pigeon is not just walking. It is measuring reality. It is turning flat images into a three-dimensional map in real time. This is one of the great survival tricks of prey vision. If the eye cannot give you depth direct, the body creates depth through motion. But that creates another question. How does a bird process two different visual streams at the same time without becoming overwhelmed? One eye may be watching for food. The other may be watching for danger. The left side may see a seed. The right side may see a cat. The brain must process both without collapsing into confusion. This is parallel processing. Bird consciousness is not centered the same way ours is. Their visual world can be divided, distributed, and analyzed in separate streams. They do not need to fuse everything into one single picture. They can live with multiple visual realities at once. One eye tracks opportunity. One eye tracks threat. They are never truly distracted. Their mind is spread across the horizon. Some birds even show visual lateralization, meaning each eye can specialize in different kinds of information. One eye may be used more for routine tasks like feeding. The other may be used more for novelty, danger, or predator detection. Two eyes. Two missions. One body trying to survive. This is why a bird may tilt its head in a way that looks strange to us. It may not be confused. It may be choosing the best eye for the task. A chicken looking sideways at the sky may be using a specialized region of its retina to identify a distant hawk. A bird feeding in grass may seem relaxed, while one eye quietly scans the upper world for a shadow that does not belong. This is the invisible gaze. They are watching while pretending not to watch. They are scanning while appearing still. They are calculating while feeding. The structure of the retina supports this. Many birds have something like a horizontal streak, a band of high-density visual cells across the retina that keeps the horizon sharp, instead of one circular point of focus like ours. They may have a wide panoramic strip. It is like an ultra-wide monitor built into the eye. Maximum data. Minimum movement. For birds living in open plains, shorelines, grasslands, or forests, this is essential. Predators can come from above, behind, beside, or below. The prey animal must not only see a threat, it must see the first hint of a threat. A flicker. A shadow. A wing shape. A pattern that breaks the background. Birds are masters of edge detection and motion detection. A camouflage predator may blend into leaves, grass, or bark. But if the outline shifts, the bird's visual system may catch it. The predator thinks it is hidden. The prey's brain sees the pattern break. The snake is not invisible. The cat is not invisible. The hawk is not invisible. They are data waiting to be detected. But vision is never free from trade-offs. Compare the woodcock with the owl. The owl is also a bird, but it chose a very different path. Its eyes face forward and are huge, built to gather light in darkness. The owl gave up panoramic vision to become a night sniper. Its eyes are so large and tubular that they cannot move freely in the skull. To compensate. The owl evolved an extraordinary neck that can rotate around 270 degrees. The owl turns its head to see what the woodcock can see while sitting still. One is a scope. The other is radar. One hunts the shadows. The other survives by seeing through them. And when it is time to rest, prey birds still cannot fully surrender. In the wild, sleep is a vulnerability. A predator does not care that you are tired. So many birds use a remarkable system called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. Half the brain rests. The other half stays awake. One eye closes. The other eye remains open. A duck at the edge of a flock may sleep with the outer eye watching for danger. If a predator approaches from that side, the bird can react almost instantly. It was sleeping, but the radar was still on. This is vigilance at the deepest biological level. Even in dreams, the prey animal is watching. A flock takes this further, in a murmuration of starlings, or a flock of pigeons. Vision becomes collective. If one bird detects a shadow, the entire group can react. 1,000 eyes become one decentralized surveillance network. No single bird sees everything. Together, They see enough. This is why flocks move like liquid. One nervous system spread across many bodies. One warning becomes a wave. One turn becomes a pattern. Safety through shared data. In the wild, seeing is not passive. Seeing is living. Every blink is a risk. Every blind spot is a weakness. Every angle matters. The predator has focus. The prey has perspective. The hawk wins when it locks onto one target with perfect precision. But the woodcock wins when it refuses to be surprised. The hawk only needs to succeed once. The prey must succeed every day. That is the brutal mathematics of survival. Maybe seeing everything is more powerful than seeing one thing perfectly. And perhaps this is why humans are now copying prey vision. Self-driving cars, drones, surveillance systems, and security cameras increasingly rely on panoramic sensing. We are finally building machines that respect what pigeons, ducks, and woodcocks already solved long ago. A complete view changes everything. It reduces surprise. It increases reaction time. It turns the world into a map of possible danger. The next time you see a pigeon bobbing its head in a park, remember this: it is not just walking. It is calculating. It is building depth out of motion. It is watching food, people, dogs, shadows, and sky all at once. And if it looks at you with one sideways eye, do not assume it is confused. It knows you are there. In nature, life is determined by where you look. The predator looks forward. The prey looks everywhere. One sees the target. The other sees the world. So who has the better eyes, the hunter or the hunted? The answer depends on what you need most. Focus can kill, but awareness can keep you alive. Stay alert.